Hi, so the first assessment I'm going to show is the alphabet knowledge assessment. I did this assessment with one of my students. Her name is Kalani, and she'll be 4 this year. I felt like she was excited to do this because she loves learning, she loves letters. I was, well, I wasn't really surprised that she recognized a total number of 43 letters. Um, I'm surprised. What I was surprised about was that she only recognized 43. I thought she would recognize all of them, but I think she became a little confused when she saw I was not saying the letters in order, like A, B, C, D. I was going A, so was Lissa A, C, D. So she looked at me like, Miss Jeanette, you're saying the letters wrong, but you know, after a while, she really got into it. Um, I was surprised she got the letter L wrong because every day that we do circle time and we do our letters, she's always, oh, L for lion, L for ladybug. So I don't know if it was because maybe she knew something was going on, like she didn't really know she was getting an assessment, but when she sees me holding paperwork and I'm asking her questions, she knows something's going on. So she knows pretty much more or less like, yes, you're getting checked. You're getting asked if you know these things. Um for the written response, for the writing of the letters, she got a total number written correctly 4. She got 4 correct. I was surprised with the letter K because she always says K for Kalani. And I recall her writing the letter out before, but she had, like, she tried. There were the scribbles. But she got correct the O, the Q, and the I and the H, which I was surprised about the H because we haven't worked on that yet, but she was able to get it correct. I feel like it was easy for me to do this with her only because I feel like she's the most verbal. I have 17 students in my class, and while yes, most are verbal and they can answer questions and ask questions, I feel like I don't want to say she's more advanced. She's just, I'll say, a few steps ahead. She's gonna be 4, but she's like a grown little person. I always say she's like a little woman. I always say she is my other TA in the classroom because when she sees kids are doing things they're not supposed to do and they know they're not supposed to be doing it, she will correct them. And she will say things like, we don't run in the classroom, we run in the gym or on the playground. Or if she tells them to stop and she sees they don't listen to her, she will come to me and say, Miss Jeanette, so and so is playing with toys when we're supposed to be getting ready for lunch. So and so is not listening. So and so is not in their chair. So it's like having a grown little person. Um, she was able to answer. I don't think it was tricky for her. I just feel like in the beginning, maybe she got a little nervous about answering the questions because again she saw me with the paper and she just got a little nervous in the beginning, but then she got comfortable with it. I haven't done anything like this before. I mean, I would like to do it again. If anything, I want to do this again with my other students just so I have an idea of where they are, so that way when parent teacher comes, I believe it's in March, I want to have something for the parents. I just don't want to give them the generic, oh, yes, they're doing good and this, that, and the. I want to be specific, and I think this would really help me. So I want to do this again with my other students, especially with the ones who I feel like may need help in the area of recognizing letters and writing letters. Also, we have to start practicing tracing our letters, writing our name also, because they will be moving on in September to another classroom for, the kids who are a little older, and there you have to already know how to, use the bathroom and hold a pencil and how to write. So I will be getting notebooks for them so we could start tracing our names and letters and shapes and numbers. Um I did like this assessment because it gave me an idea of where she is. I do see that with the writing the letters, we have to work on this. She got 4, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I would like to see more. Hopefully for the next few months, and even in the summer, we'll practice too. I hope to see an improvement so that way when they move on to the next classroom, she will be able to at least get more letters correct, written. I would say her subdomain, she understands and responds to increasingly complex communication. Like I said, this is the second time I've had her as a student. I had her when she was younger. And as I noticed as she got older, she was more as like, I don't want to say like like a little adult. Her language, her vocabulary is very expressive, and it's just expanded so much. So the second time I had her, I've seen the growth. I've seen the difference between then and now. And I'm happy to see that she has grown so much. I want to see her continue grow. I want to help her improve writing her letters. I'm glad she's able to recognize her letters. Sorry about that. I'm happy she was able to recognize most of the letters. Like I said, she got 43 correct. Um, so I was happy about that. The other assessment was the concepts of print. As you can see, she scored, I used the same student, she got 11 out of 13. Also, she was very excited for this because she loves to read or be read to. She likes to look at the books. But she loves when it's story time, especially the Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. All of my students are obsessed with this book now. Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes, among other books. But I was excited to use this book for her because I was surprised when I asked her, where's the front of the book? Where's the back of the book? She knew specifically. In the beginning, again, she was nervous because she knows I don't let them play with the books too much, for the simple reason is they've ripped a lot of books and ripped out pages. So this book I bought myself, and she was a little nervous to touch it in the beginning, but then she got excited when I was like, go ahead, Kalani, show me where's the front of the book, where's the back of the book. She was able to show it to me. She saw the pictures. She was able to show me the pictures. She was able to tell me, where do I start reading and where exactly. Show me with your finger. And where do I read after this? I was very, very surprised that she knew all of this. Where do I read after this? She was also able to tell me, point to each word as I read this line. She was able to follow and match the text as I was reading it, which I was very surprised about. But the only thing she did not know was the period. When I asked her, "Do you know what this is?" she looked at me like, "No, I don't know what that is." And I was like, "Do you know what this is? What is this for?" And she just looked at me like, "No, I don't know. I don't know what that is," which is understandable because we haven't really talked about, question marks, periods and commas and all that. But I was very surprised when she was able to show me one word, the first letter in a word, the last letter in a word. I was very surprised, but I was also very proud of her. And she loved being able to get the compliment of me telling her, "I'm very proud of you." And I will continue to do, like I said, the alphabet knowledge assessment with my other students just so I can get an idea of where they are. And so that way I know what areas they need help, and what areas they need help with, what letters. And it's exciting to see them be able to start writing and tracing. Thank you.